Hey there, hi there, ho there, everybody. Rob here. Hope you're having a good day. It's a beautiful day in Washington, D.C. National Air and Space Museum behind me. We're actually going to a special display that's outdoors nearby. I'll be showing that to you in a few minutes. Come along. We're here at Cars on the Capitol this morning, and coffee, by the way. And behind me, the Capitol building, of course, up on the hill. And just over this shoulder, in that case, the hero car, the main car used for Back to the Future. And to the side of it, a plethora of DeLoreans. 4 on this side and 4 on the other side, some of them outfitted as time machine vehicles, complete with flux capacitors. The DeLorean will be on display for about a week, and this is the one that is owned by Universal Studios and is usually on display at the Peterson Auto Museum out in California. So it's a rare appearance out here in Washington, D.C. This is a close-up view of the time machine built by Oliver and Terry Holler. They raise money for the Michael J. Fox Foundation. You can learn more at DeLoreanTimeMachine.com. You can hear the construction going on at the National Air and Space Museum. They have a multi-year project going on to rebuild the museum inside and out. This is the Milestones of Flight Gallery, sponsored by Boeing, just inside the front door off the National Mall entrance side. This is the Spaceship One. Then we have the Spirit of St. Louis, as well as Chuck Yeager's X-1 they used to break the sound barrier. This is the lunar module. That's the spacecraft that landed astronauts on the moon between 1969 and 1972. And this large construction wall is separating the part of the museum that is open from the part that is under construction. Most of the western part of the National Air and Space Museum is under construction. To the left there is a touchable moon rock, and then the entrance to the IMAX theater. The theater is currently closed. Now we're going to go up the escalators in just a moment here. The National Air and Space Museum was opened in 1976 on the National Mall, and in 2003 the Udvar Hazy Center opened out at Dulles International Airport. That's the second facility of the museum, and they have the larger spacecraft such as the Concorde, the Enola Gay, as well as the Space Shuttle Discovery. Just ahead of us here as we come up the escalator is the Skylab Workshop. This was America's first space station, launched on a Saturn V rocket, and it actually is part of the Saturn V rocket, the fuel tank that was emptied out and turned into an orbital workshop. It was visited by 3 Apollo crews between the time of the moon landings and the Apollo-Soyuz mission in 1975 that you can see through the solar panel there. We'll get a better view of that in just a moment. This is the other side of the Skylab Workshop, and ahead of you is a mock-up full-size of the Hubble Space Telescope that was launched and serviced from the Space Shuttle. Just to the right, a fuller view now of the Apollo-Soyuz mission, as well as some unmanned rockets. This is the 1903 Wright Flyer, built by the Wright brothers, and nearby Neil Armstrong's Apollo 11 spacesuit that he used when walking on the moon. This is the Time and Navigation Gallery, still open on the second floor, one of the newer galleries. And we're going to pan over to the right here. This is on the eastern side of the building. Through the window, you can see the National Museum of the American Indian. And just below that, those are the windows forming the roof of the cafeteria, which is closed. Now we're going to go into this gallery. It's concerning navigation on aircraft, on ships, from satellites, as well as other vehicles. And as we come into the entrance here, you're going to catch sight of my favorite airplane. That is the Winnie Mae, piloted by Wiley Post in the 1930s. It went around the world twice. And the first time it went around the world, he had a navigator named Harold Gatty. And the second time, it was a solo flight around the world. The first flight was in 1931. The second was in 1933. This is a Lockheed Vega, a wooden airplane. And on the side there, you can see some of the cities that were visited, as well as some of the records that were set. Nearby in the gallery is a video where Harold Gatty is explaining the navigation, and this is a compass that they used. It was also used in a later trip where Wiley Post and Will Rogers took a trip to Alaska, and it was used on that airplane and recovered from the crash that occurred on August 15th, 1935. And we'll finish our video today with a look at the current museum shop and the mall entrance side of the building still under construction.